They been cramping my style all week. Craving chocolate trees, checking pants, checking seeds, sipping herbal tea, and fight for menstrual equity. Jeez, man, I kick cramps ass. 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 You're now tuned in to the Kick Cramps Ass podcast with your host, Brittany Walker, advocating for menstrual equity, period poverty, and womb wellness. New episodes on Menstruation Mondays.
Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome to the Kick Cramps Ass podcast, where I am your host, Brittany Walker, and welcome to today's episode. It is Monday, April 29th, 2024, and the episode is A Period-Friendly World, the goal for Menstrual Hygiene Day. So we're going to be talking about Menstrual Hygiene Day 2024. We are so excited that we have our first interview of the season, and we're going to be introducing that guest in just a moment. Now, May is Menstruation Day, and like we mentioned, May 28th is Menstrual Hygiene Day. So we just want to bring more advocacy to menstrual equity and period poverty, not just in the United States, but globally. So I'm so excited about our guest for today because I am a partner. Kick Cramps Ass is a partner of the menstrualhygieneday.org. So before we get started, you know we like to kick off each episode with the I am power statement. I representing inspiration, A representing affirmation, and M representing manifestation. And the I am power statement for today is I am recognizing the importance of menstrual hygiene and will make applicable changes to honor my body. Ashe. So there it is. And then we also do a quote of the day. So the quote for today is, "It is health that is real wealth and not pieces of gold and silver." And that is by Mahatma Gandhi. All right, guys. Now, we always like to tell you what we're sipping on for the day in our cup, and it's always Cramp Elixir as well. So we're going to take a quick break so you could check out that commercial, and we'll be right back with our guest. Have you tried our bestseller, the Cramp Elixir? It's our herbal tea blend designed to reduce and eliminate menstrual cramps, PMS symptoms, and other uterine health issues that are hindering your day-to-day progress. Our elixir may decrease inflammation, reduce stress and anxiety, regulate blood flow, balance your mood, and it can kick cramps ass. It includes a variety of herbs including hibiscus, red raspberry leaf, calendula, motherwort, ashwagandha, plus more. Head over to kickcrampsass.org and grab yours today. Now, back to the show. Now, welcome back, everybody. Let's go ahead and get into today's episode. So I definitely want to introduce our guest. It is Ina Erga, and she is the International Coordinator of Menstrual Hygiene Day for menstrualhygieneday.org, and overall thematic lead for menstrual health and hygiene at WASH United, or WASH. Now, she has 20 years of experience in the WASH sector, including more than 10 years working on menstrual health and hygiene. Now, in her role, she coordinates the global network of 900 plus Menstrual Hygiene Day partner organization, ranging from UN agencies and international NGOs to hundreds of local CSOs in low and middle income countries. Ina has lived and worked in South Asia, Sub-Saharan Africa, and Europe. Now, throughout her career, Ina is dedicated to strengthening partnerships for collective action and drive policy advocacy, and innovations to make a change in the lives of adolescents and women and girls. And she recently just started roller skating. So everybody, please welcome to our podcast, Ina Erga. Welcome, Ina.
Hi, Brittany. I'm really glad to be with you today, and hello, listeners from around the world.
Thank you so much for being here and for definitely accommodating the time difference. Guys, of course, you know we're located in the United States. And Ina, can you let everybody know where you're currently located at?
We're based in Berlin, in Germany.
Awesome, awesome. So let's definitely get into it. So, what does Menstrual Hygiene Day? What does the organization do?
Mhm. So, Menstrual Hygiene Day was initiated by Wash United, and we're a very small NGO based in Berlin. And what we do is advocacy and education around menstrual health and hygiene and the human rights to water. And we 10 years ago we got the idea to establish a menstrual hygiene day because back then we and a few other organizations were at the forefront to address the issue around menstrual health and hygiene in low and middle income countries. There was a lot of talk about menstrual health in America, but it was biological aspects, right? But back then, in the early 2010s, there was a growing awareness around the challenges that women and girls face in low and middle income countries around the toilet, around access to menstrual products, lack of awareness, and above all, the really, really strong taboos and restrictions they faced. So yeah, I can talk for hours
I love
around
it.
this, but I think we'll get into that a little bit more into more depth about what we do. But we keep it slow, and as you said, I'm really interested in not doing everything myself. It's really building platforms for everyone to engage and this creating this collective impact. And this way we can be small and have everyone, every voices, being it from organization, individuals, joining the Menstrual Hygiene Day movement.
We love that. We love that. And the strategic partnership is so needed to really make way in what we're ultimately fighting for. So, may you please tell us more about Menstrual Hygiene Day for May 28th of each year?
So, first of all, you might wonder why it's the 28th of May. And I think your listeners are very, very smart and they're interested in the subject. So, you can guess 28 is the average menstrual cycle, and 5 is the average day of the bleed. So, 28 5, 28 May.
Love that.
We checked. Yeah, it's really easy to remember, right? And there is no other day that is around that day. So, there's no conflict. So yeah, that was why we choose 28 May. And an awareness day is a fantastic opportunity, as I said, for everyone to engage. It's really spotlighting an issue and zooming in. It is an opportunity for media to report on this. It is a hook for governments to come on stage, or where to push the governments to do more because it's the opportunity, as well as for everyone who is interested in the topic to speak out, to do activations, activities online or on the ground. And yeah, it doesn't, of course, shouldn't stop with Menstrual Hygiene Day, and it should be all year round. But what we really see is that the global attention, at least on social media and media, is really peaking on the day. And that was the idea, to have an opportunity for everyone to rally together.
Absolutely. And we launched Kit Cramps as April 1st of 2023. We had the lovely opportunity to join your organization at the end of April. So last year was our first year participating. We had wound wellness workshops. We were doing giveaways of menstrual products. We launched our podcast during that time. So it was just an amazing opportunity. So we are forever going to be grateful for what you have brought to the world and how we're able to assist you in contributing with that. So, moving forward, what is the theme for this year for 2024 MHA Day?
Yeah, but first of all, Brittany, I just wanted to say we're also grateful for you and all the partners. So by now we have more than 1,000. So it grow yearly, and it's really what makes Menstrual Hygiene Day. It's not us. I mean, we're more like a conductor. It's really a platform for organizations to engage, and we likewise. It's everybody profits, right? If we're loud together, everybody profits. So we're grateful for every contribution and every partner joining the day and the celebration. So yeah, coming to your question, this year is a very special year. It is a 10 years anniversary, and for that, Yeah, it's also you're celebrating a first, we're celebrating 10.
I love that.
So the when we thought about the theme for this year, and we had to look back and we wanted to look forward as well, what you do on an anniversary, the idea was that let's look at the things that unites us all. Let's look at the goal that drives us forward. And in a nutshell, how to put this in a nutshell. And that's why the slogan for this year is Together for a Period Friendly World, with the hashtag Period Friendly World. Because ultimately, this is what we really want to live in. And this together really shows that it's not that is first of all we as the Menstrual Hygiene Day movement, but it also needs everyone, boys, men, governments, media, to come together to fight for this period friendly world and to achieve that. So yeah, that's the theme of this year.
Absolutely love it. Love it. And I love all of the content and everything that you created for the campaign for the partners is just amazing. So, what do you feel like is the importance of unifying together for a period friendly world?
Hmm. Yeah, the as I said, like it's like a choir. You can compare it to a choir. So being together, using the same hashtag, for example, or the same message, and just the Menstrual Hygiene Day logo is like a choir that sings in unisono, and that is a much more louder and coherent voice that it's heard outside. If everybody does something on their own, it's a bit of a dissonance, right? So the more we sing and the voice, and it's really simple. It's just using the hashtag or the logo, so everybody is part of this campaign. It is much more effective. And in this way, local partners like you or individuals, you're part of something global, and the global really can show that there's a really worldwide movement of individuals and organization being there together. And this is something so powerful and impactful, and is really what a global awareness day can achieve. And regarding the period friendly world, I just want to say that it's individual for everyone. And that is also the beauty of it. I think it is a really conversation starter to come together to discuss and exchange what means a period friendly world to you. For example, for me, it could be like from we need more funding for menstrual health and hygiene, but it could also be very individual. I want to live in a period friendly world where I don't have to suffer from period pain anymore. Or it could be we want to see a period friendly USA where period products are available in all schools, institutions, and so on. So it is really a conversation starter, and making sure and listening as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. And to add on to that, my version of a period friendly world, like you said, not only having available products, but also the availability. Like if you're a full time worker, being able to understand you might need time off, that you might understand that your employee might be going through some mood changes right now, just being more cognizant and aware of this is not a taboo. This is something that people deal with every single day. So we're just going to take a small break, insert this commercial, and guys, we'll be right back in just a few moments. Now, navigating to our resource center, we want to give you guys access to all these complimentary resources that we have available for you. We have our blog, book suggestions, our menstrual blood chart, exercise moves to kick cramps ass. We have recipes. We have reports. We have research studies that helps to prove how holistic approaches assist with achieving wound wellness. We have wellness tips, wellness referrals, so business organizations and individuals that we would like to refer to you that are our strategic partners, wound terminology. Maybe there's some wound options that you're not aware of. This can help you out. And lastly, yoga moves to help you kick cramps ass. Feel free to take advantage of this complimentary resource. All right, guys, now back to the show. Welcome back from the break, everybody. So let's keep the episode going. So, Ina, what influenced you to actually establish MHA Day? Was it something beforehand that happened in your childhood or your adult life? Do you have a specific reason what empowered you to move forward with MH Day?
Mhm. Yes, so it is actually part of my professional and private experience. So in 2012, we did a campaign in India, which was a moving circus across different states in India. And there we worked on the taboo of sanitation and hygiene, and we brought in menstruation. And the government was so opposed to this issue because it was such a taboo in
Hmm.
India. But when the government saw how much interest women and girls had in the menstrual hygiene lab that we set up there together with a partner, and then the results were the government switched and suddenly saw the need. And we ourselves saw this is so impactful if you show the real need and challenges of women and girls. Even government can turn over this taboo. And likewise, on this journey, I myself had a period, like my period, obviously, and it was in India. And suddenly, I could experience how difficult it is for me to go through the dark, in the dark, through a field to a toilet, and then I didn't know where to put in my used menstrual products because there was no disposal and many male people around. So personally, I experienced how challenging this is, even as a privileged Western girl. So coming back then to Germany, we made a small social media campaign with a few of the partners, and then we came up with the idea we want to do this more long term. We want to bring in, we meant to make it bigger. We want to really have everyone able to join. And that's why the idea of a awareness day came. And we asked around of some of the organizations back then that were active if that's a good idea. And we also thought, do we need to ask the UN if it's need their permission to establish a day, and actually it's not needed, so we just moved ahead. And back in 2014 we had 89 partners who supported the day. And as I said, now we're more than 1,000. Back that day, we no, we had 150 partners. Sorry, I have 150 partners. Back then, there were 89 media articles that we were able to collect globally, and last year we had more than 17,000. So you could really see how the small idea and crazy idea that we had back then has really grown into a full-fledged movement.
Love this. I absolutely love the passion behind it. So, what does menstrual equity and period poverty mean to you?
Mhm. Great question. So I think we talk always about different terminologies, and this is uh, sometimes so confusing. Like, do you use menstrual hygiene? Do you use menstrual health and hygiene? Do you use menstrual equity, period poverty? And yeah, there are and menstrual dignity, and yes, there are nuances in what it actually technical means. But for me, we all unite under one umbrella is that every person who menstruate, women, girls, and other persons who have with an uterus, have the ability to menstruate their periods and their menstrual cycle with dignity. And I think that's what unites us all. And the elements that are important for this, being it products, period friendly toilets, no taboos, access to information and education, yes, this is all there. But the ultimate goal is safe dignity, safety, and health.
Absolutely love that. I love your perspective on menstrual equity and period poverty. I always like to hear what do people think about this because it's we all think differently, but ultimately it's all about unification, make sure we have equality, make sure we have education products, and I love that. So, moving forward, we've been
Yeah.
talking about the
Yeah, and I just I could talk for on this. So, for example, if you're not comfortable with the term menstrual hygiene, just call it MH Day, and then say on MH Day we fight for menstrual equity. So that's totally fine. Is as long I think your audience understands what you talk about, or when you, not, I mean you now as the audience, when you want to get on the stage and talk about, if period poverty is the term that you love best and you want to fight for, it's also fine. So it's, yeah, as Brittany, yeah, it's what unites us all, is the global vision and period friendly being living in a period friendly world.
I love that. I love that. Now, we've talked about the UN a couple of times, and for those of you who don't know, the UN is the United Nations. So they actually have something called Sustainable Development Goals, which is something I abide by. And business plan, mission statement, values have been centered around these goals. So, in an effort to contribute to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, what does MHAday.org hope to accomplish by 2030?
Mhm. Yeah, so again, like unfortunately, if you're interested in the UN Sustainable Development Goals, they're really a global framework around 17 goals, on different issues. And the foundation of these goals is to achieve dignity for all. And this is then subdivided into different themes. Menstrual health and hygiene is unfortunately not directly present in any of these goals, but it is really a predicament to many of those, being it like the number 6, which is water and sanitation, or being it number 4, which is education. And then there's a goal on gender equality. And again, gender equality is not being able to achieve without good menstrual health and hygiene. There is a goal on sustainability. So looking at sustainable products or sustainable production, and partnerships. So it is not explicit. So what we would like to achieve is, by 2013, is that many of the related goals are progressing. I don't think that they will necessarily be all achievable, but at least we from the menstrual health and hygiene community should push that these factors are attained, or like these goals are attained. And then post 2030, when the discussion about the next goals is, we really want to see a target and a goal for menstrual health and hygiene. Because without that, the governments and global states wouldn't put money and interest in it. So it's important to be visible as a specific indicator or target in whatever is happening after 2030.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I love that. I have had so many people come to me and say on my website, on your about page, you have these sustainable development goals. And what does that mean? And I have it broken down on my site, but it's just nice to have a colleague be able to express how they are also contributing to sustainable development goals. And it's funny because all the ones you mentioned, I have on my website: the good health and well being,
Mhm.
the quality education, gender equality, sustainable cities, communities, partnerships for the goals, no poverty, reduce inequalities. You mentioned earlier about the gender inequality. We have to remember not all menstruators are women and girls, so we want to be mindful of that as well. So absolutely love it. And to wrap up, you have brought so much great information and so much insight to individuals to for them to go discover what is Menstrual Hygiene Day and what your organization does. But are there any last remarks or comments that you would like to share before we close out for the day, or give additional information that can be helpful for others who would like to participate or be a part of your organization?
Yeah, I hope you all add your voice on Menstrual Hygiene Day, 28 May, and that's why we do it early May, so you can get ready. Just go to our website, menstrualhygieneday.org, because even if you're individual, you can participate. Being the easiest is you go online and add your voice. We also have the menstruation bracelet, which is a symbol for menstruation, and the bracelet has 28 beads, 5 of them are red. You can create your own with pearls, but you can also add the digital one. You can also do donations to local organizations. You don't have to donate to us as the secretariat. Many of The local partners are looking for in-kind donations or product donations in America, and support them. I think that's, or set up a collection yourself, do an education session with your friends or with your colleagues at work. So just get active, be creative, celebrate Menstrual Hygiene Day, and just join us and have a good time.
Absolutely. We love, love, love everything that you brought to this episode. So we just want to go ahead and talk about some news and events coming up, guys. Again, May 28th is Menstrual Hygiene Day. We'll be sure to include menstrual hygiene day.org's information in the description of this bio. We also are going to be having a host of events for Kick Cramps Ass. We'll be doing our workshops, we'll be doing giveaways, we'll have challenges going on. So be sure to subscribe to both organizations. I'll put the information again in the description of this episode for mhaday.org. That way you can subscribe and keep up with the news and events and resources that's going on. And the same thing for KCA. You'll be able to subscribe to us as well in the description of this episode, where you can keep up with the latest news, events, and resources. If there's anybody that would like to comment to this episode, we will take your comments. We're still accepting listeners' mail. We'll also put the email for us in the description of this episode, which is contact@kickcrampsass.org, where you want to send us something more personal that we'll be able to assist you with. But a recap, we did have today's episode, A Period-Friendly World, the goal for Menstrual Hygiene Day, as we had an honor to have our wonderful and beautiful guest, Ina Erga from the Menstrual Hygiene Day organization. All right, guys, be sure to like this podcast, share it with somebody that you feel that can resonate with it. Don't forget to comment on it. And you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, where we'll have access to this episode as well, along with additional menstrual hygiene and period poverty content. All right, guys, but if there's not anything else, we want to manifest a positive, productive, and peaceful menstrual journey ahead, the remainder of the day, remainder of the week, and we look forward to seeing you guys in May for Menstrual Hygiene Day. All right, guys, peace.